Hello everyone, that Manga Kid here to give my review of Sensei's Pious Lie by Akane Torikai. This is a 4-volume omnibus series put out by Kodansha. So it was probably 8 volumes in Japan, I would assume, because I'm pretty sure these are 2-in-1s. This is a very heavy series. I bought volume 1, I don't know, like maybe even a year and a half ago, and then never read it until very recently. And then when I did read volume 1, I was like, and I'm hooked. So I bought the other 3 immediately. And then read the other 3, I think, in one sitting. So this is a series I definitely find difficult to recommend. I would not recommend this to most people, but I think it is worth reading, but it certainly comes with a lot of caveats. The series is about a 24-year-old teacher. She teaches high school, and she is in a sexually abusive relationship with her friend's fiance. I think they're engaged. I don't think they're married. Pretty sure they're engaged. They might just be dating, but I'm fairly certain they're engaged. Sorry. Anyway. So I don't know what I thought this series was when I originally was interested in reading it and bought the first volume. I was a bit confused. I think what I thought the series was originally was that there was this teacher and she was sexually assaulted by a colleague or a student or something. That's what I thought the series was. And then I thought it was going to go into like the workplace dynamic of her having been assaulted in the workplace and then, trying to navigate that. That's not what the series is. And so when I read the first volume, I was confused because I had convinced myself I knew what the series was about. And then when it wasn't about that, I was like, oh, okay, this is different. So like I said, what it is about is this woman who happens to be a teacher, a high school teacher, who is being sexually assaulted by a man that's in her life, but is not directly related to her workplace. So, and this is an abusive situation that has been going on for a long time. And so it's her dealing with this ongoing abuse while still trying to navigate work and life in general as a young woman. We also have a male high school student who becomes aware of what he thinks is an abusive situation related to his teacher, this woman. But he's not entirely sure what he's witnessed. And so he's trying to connect with this teacher and trying to protect her and let her know that, like, he's aware of what's going on, but not entirely, but that, like, maybe she can talk to him about it or whatever. And so you add that complicated situation to the mix of one of her students becoming aware of what's happening to her, but also not being fully aware. And the fact that he's also a 17-year-old is not helpful to the situation. So anyway, there's a lot of very complicated relationships interweaving with each other within this series, and a lot of very difficult topics of rape and assault that take place, and it's very, very blatant. Like, it's not like, and fade to black. Like, no, you're seeing what's happening. And that would make this series extremely difficult for people to read if that's something that's upsetting to you, that like you couldn't handle reading it or looking at it. But it certainly brings up some interesting topics, or like an important discussion about the topic. However, I found myself a bit frustrated with the series as a whole, because I was trying to figure out what it was trying to say. Like, what was the point of it all? Was there, because at some points it felt like there was trying to be like a message behind it of like bringing awareness or whatnot to sexual assault, victims and survivors and that sort of thing. But then also at the same time, really like over the top, explicit, blatant scenes of those things that I'm like, is this trying to be... I just was confused what it was trying to be. Was it trying to be like bringing light to this situation, or was it just trying to be sensationalizing a very serious topic and just trying to like be shocking and avant-garde about it? Like, I don't know. And that's where I struggled reading this, was like, I don't know if it was trying to be an awareness bringing series or just trying to be entertainment, like just graphic entertainment. I don't know, because to like, I would like to know what the point of view was, because I think that might change my feelings on it. I definitely did find it to be an entertaining read for sure, because I read it all. If I hated the first volume, I wouldn't have bought the rest of it. But as it went on and the drama sort of like progressed, and the violence progressed, and the all of this stuff started like really, really blowing up, I just found myself feeling like I'm not sure what the point of this all is. I don't know. It just seemed, and maybe it was the marketing of the series, or my interpretation of the marketing of the series when it was originally being released, that I just thought it was going to be something different than what it was. And so I think maybe I struggled with that. I think what I thought this was that we were going to see this woman really, like this person who had been sexually assaulted, like trying to build herself back up and trying to exist in the workplace and really like figure out her footing again, versus like a series where we're watching this assault escalate and continue to take place. And then the added drama of it being the friend's fiance and then the high school boy who's in love with her, and like all this extra drama stuff that I was like, I wasn't expecting all that. I was expecting more of like a poignant discussion of assault and societally what that looks like and does to a person when people don't believe you or don't know how to handle it or whatever. And it's not to say that those things didn't exist within the series, because I think they did. But I think those discussions felt to me downplayed and like second fiddle to the like dramatic aspects, if that makes any sense. all of that being said, I think that if any of this sounded remotely interesting, I think it is definitely worth a read if it's something that you're able to read without being extremely upset by the content, because like I said, it's not shying away from the very blatant sexual and physical assault scenes. And yeah, I think if I was to reread this and do like a full review with spoilers and stuff, I could get more into, I think, my problems with it, but I don't want to spoil everything, and I don't want to give away the ending or anything like that in this review, because but yeah, I definitely had a lot of problems with this, but again, I did read the whole thing, and it is something that, since it was announced by Kodansha that it was being released, it was always on my radar, and so I am glad that I finally read the whole thing and can formulate my thoughts on it. I won't be rereading this anytime soon, because I don't think I can. I just don't need this in my life right now. But down the line, in the future, I think I will reread it and be able to formulate some more coherent, like, in detail discussion about the series as a whole. But yeah, if you've read this, I would like to hear your thoughts on it. If you have read similar things that you think are worth recommending as well, please do. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching.